Hi, I'm Hub Arkush for Pro Football Weekly, along with our associate editors, Kevin Fishbane, Arthur Arkush. Arthur covers the Houston Texans. Kevin's on top of the whole AFC East, including the New York Jets, and we've got our Monday Night Football preview. It's the Jets hosting the Texans, and Kevin, I think 4 or 5 weeks ago, everybody thought this could be a pretty good football game. Now everybody's asking, should the Jets even show up, and if they do, who should they have a quarterback?
Yeah, well, it's been just a disaster for the Jets since week one. They looked great against the Bills, and everything fell apart. They lose their best defensive player in Darrelle Revis, and you might not like him, but Santonio Holmes was their best offensive player. Now he's done for the season. The run game has done nothing. Mark Sanchez not completing his passes. He's just not looking good, and obviously the cries for Tim Tebow are, raining down in New York. They've already started, so it hasn't gone well, and Houston is not the good opponent for them.
And for anyone who knows football, there should be no controversy, but there is. We'll come back to the Tebow question in a moment. Arthur, some people with Houston, they're wondering, are they the best team in football? The only controversy is, are they 1, 2, or 3?
Yeah, they're certainly right up there. You can make a case for them being, at the top of the league right now. Just really solid on both sides of the football. Really no clear weaknesses. Appear to be a team that's in pretty good shape. Getting set to go on the road and try and accomplish their first road win and the first road win in primetime, and their first victory ever over the Jets. So they're rolling. You think they're in pretty good position to do so.
My only question about the Texans is they've been in the softer part of the schedule. They haven't really been pushed. We thought this might be the spot where they could be, but it just doesn't look likely now.
I don't think so. I just think, at least from my viewpoint, the Jets just don't have enough talent on either side of the ball to play with the Texans. Now, I think on offense in particular, where Sanchez has been struggling, the Texans' strength is, creating havoc and creating turnovers. So I think that could spell a little bit of a problem for the Jets on Monday night.
Now, Kevin, the controversy around Tebow, Mike Tannenbaum, Rex Ryan have exactly what they asked for. That's the bottom line. You knew this was going to happen. And yet they said when they traded for him it was to supplement what Mark Sanchez does, that Mark is our guy, that Tebow's not our quarterback. How do they turn around now and say, well, we got to see if he can be our quarterback?
Yeah, well, I think they still hope that Sanchez will turn around. Rex Ryan's been saying that all along. Sanchez is still their quarterback. They hope that he plays like he did in week one. But the one thing with Tebow, maybe he's not a good option as a number 2 quarterback, but use him somehow. The Jets watched as Colin Kaepernick ran all over them for the 49ers last week. Kaepernick played the exact role the Jets thought that Tebow was going to be. So you need a spark on offense. It wouldn't hurt to find a way to use Tebow, but certainly not by throwing the football.
Well, and the punchline of this, we were talking off the air, is that Mark Sanchez's biggest problem, he's a 55% career completion passer. They went out and found the only other quarterback in the NFL with a lower completion percentage than Sanchez, so he's really not the answer. We've got to make a pick here. I sense where we're all going, but Kevin, I'll let you go first. What do you see happening?
Yeah, I think it's going to be the Houston Texans, and I wouldn't be shocked if it was a rout. I think the Jets defense could find a way to make it somewhat closer if they finally play up to the expectations, but it's going to be Houston probably in a blowout.
I'm going to take the Texans as well. I think it could be a little bit closer. I just think Rex Ryan is not going to want to be embarrassed a couple weeks in a row. I think he'll have his troops ready to play, but as I mentioned, just too much firepower on both sides of the ball. I expect the Texans to improve to 5-0.
Well, and beyond all the quarterback controversy, silliness, guys, this is a bad matchup. The Texans, you can't run on this football team. It's what the Jets want to do. Not going to work for them. They don't have the receivers to challenge them in the secondary. I agree that the Jets will show up. They could be heroic on defense for a quarter or two, but by the end, this has got to be the Texans by at least a few touchdowns. That'll do it for our Monday Night Football preview. For all the best in news, notes, and analysis 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you want the NFL, stay right where you are at ProFootballWeekly.com.